guys, Dane here, and welcome back to something that's totally new. Today we have a tutorial on Blender. What we're gonna be making is this. Or at least trying to make that. And so basically, if you don't know what Blender is, it's a program that you can use to do like small animations, or you can even make games, or even like sculpting. So basically, you can get it on Steam. If you don't have Steam, you can download it at blender.org. So basically, what you're going to want to do is hit launch. This comes up. It's cute little whatever that thing is. Now just click on the side of that. It goes away. Basically, controls middle mouse button to move. And basically, if you don't have a middle mouse button, you can user preferences and emulate 3-button mouse. And if you don't have a numpad and you just have the numbers on the top of your keyboard like most laptops, then you can emulate numpad, which I have to do because that's how mine is, and then hit save user settings, exit out of this. Now we don't want this cube here, do we? So right click the cube. Blender, you don't left click anything at all. So right click the cube, press X, delete. Now press numpad 1 or 1 if you've emulated the numpad. Now press Control Alt 0 to bring the camera into this view. To leave this, just middle click and drag. Now if you want to go back into that mode, you can press 0 again. Now what we want to do is press space, add text. Now we have a text. Now, if you want to edit that text, press Tab to go into text edit mode. Delete that and put what you want. TGPMC for the gaming potato Minecraft. Now to exit that mode, press Tab. Alright, now what you're going to want to do is rotate it 90 degrees on the x-axis. So what you want to do that is press RX90. Press enter. Now, with the text selected, come over to this side tab and press the font tab. Scroll down to paragraph and align and click center. So now if we press 0, it's centered. Now what we're going to want to do is go to size and just move that up to right about there, and then go ahead and center it. And now if you have a text on your desktop somewhere, you can select that text. If you don't, it's simple to get one. If you don't want to use this text that they're using here, all you have to do is type in free fonts. And so basically, to select a font, press this, go to wherever your font is, and select your font. I think for this we are going to use Control Freak. Yes, that looks very amazing. Alright, so anyways, now I think we want it to be slightly bigger. There we go, that's about right. Alright, now we're going to want to extrude this text. So just click this and drag towards the right of your screen to make it bigger and the left to make it smaller. So basically I'm going to go for like 2.98. That's pretty good for me. And if you want a bevel, you can do depth probably like 0.082, and resolution, let's go up to 20 and 20. So basically that just made it so it's not so sharp on the corners. And to zoom in and out, just scroll wheel. And so now what you're going to want to do is select this and hit new, and now you get to choose the color of your text. So we're gonna do green, obviously, because we want to do it like that other one. And so I just selected green and brought it up to the lightest color. Now we want the intensity to be pretty high. And this one you don't really have to worry about, but when you have light shining on it, if this isn't selected to be green, it's going to be like super white, and you won't be able to tell that it's green, hardly. So just put this to green. And we want our text to glow a little bit, so turn up emit to 0.106 about. Alright, so now we have that, and if we press 0, it looks awesome. And so now we want to go to the world, and since we want our background not to be this color, but to be more black, just drag that down to black. And now if we want to see what that's going to look like in our animation, just press render, render image, and boom, we have that. So that's pretty cool. Now render, show hide render view. And boom, our text is ready for animation. Alright, so basically, the next thing we want to do is add in our music so that we know how it is going to have to be animated. So what you're going to want to do is go down to this little cube here and select Video Sequence Editor. Now press Add Sound. For this, we are going to use Rogue Adventure Time, which sounds like this. So yeah, now we have that, and we can go back to 3D view. And now if we play this, here, wait, let's go back into that video sequence editor and go to the very end, and that is 165. So we want to change this end to 165. So now it won't go past the music. Now we want to go back to 3D view, and basically we want to select our camera and go into camera view. And now we want to start animating this. So basically what we're going to want to do is go to where we want our first keyframe. So just play it until you want your keyframe. Alright, so right, like alright, so here we want to press I, lock, rot, location, rotation. So then the next frame is when we want to move our camera. So press R, Y to rotate it on the Y axis, and then move it to be like that for this frame. Now press I, lock, rot. So we have this so far. Now we need to select the next place. We want to go the one before that so that we can save it to be like this so that it's not moving. And then the very next frame, we want to do R, Y again, and go like this. Now press I, lock, rot. So we have this. That music's just so cool. Alright, so that's pretty cool. Now we just have to keep going and edit this to where it is a animation. So basically, where does the next one go? Okay, wait. 46, 47. Nope. 47. Okay, so 46. Let's go to 45 and save it to this. And now go to 46 and move it to here. I lock rot. So now we have this. Now let's look at this video that we're going for. Okay, so it goes. Alright, so this frame, it should be upside down instead. Okay. Alright, that's cool, that's cool. The easiest way to do this is to go in here and go to Dope Sheet, and extend this, and zoom in. Basically, what we want to do here is delete this last keyframe. So right click it, make sure it's selected, press X, delete keyframes. So now what we want to do is go back to timeline, and the frame after this, we're not going to get it exactly upside down because it's not upside up. So we want to do RY and just put it upside down as possible. Just line it up. And let's see, was that the right keyframe? It wasn't. Okay, I'm glad I didn't save that. RY and upside down. Right about there. I lock rot. So now we have and then it goes to sideways again. It goes okay, so then it goes to $57. Alright, so we want to save this at 57. I lock rot. And then at 58, we want to go back to RY. And let's see here. Yeah, I'm pretty sure I don't have it the same with the rotations on the other one. I think it's like opposite or something. And then we want to do I, and then let's see. Alright, what frame was that? I wasn't looking. 64? I think it was 63. Alright, so 63. Let's see, do we want to save it like that at 63, or do we want to just have it move slowly? Let me check. Alright, so we don't want to have it move slowly, so we're gonna do I, lock rot. And then here we are going to RY and level that out. I lock rot. Is that level? I don't know. It's level enough. Alright, so next we do our flip, where it flips around. Alright, so now we just flip it around slowly. So I think, like, if we do... right here, do I, lock right, 5 from there, RY, upside down, and right there, I, lock right, 5 from there, RY, and back to upside up. Wait, that's not level. This is the hardest part. Right about there, I lock right. So now we have this. Okay. So now from there, we need to go start doing the thing where it goes from side to side of the camera. So right here we are going to do, we're just going to press G, and that is going to move the camera. And we're going to select where we want the camera. Now press I, lock right. Then 5 frames later, press G, move the camera to where we want it, and right about there, press I, and lock right. Alright, so now we want to go to the dope sheet, and we are going to want to select, okay, let's drag this bigger. So basically this one is up in the corner, this one is down here. So we want it to be up in the corner again, so select this one by right clicking, then press Shift D to duplicate it, and drag it over to that line. Let's see, wait, no, not that line. We want it to be like in the middle of those lines. Is that middle enough? Okay, yeah, that's perfect. Now right click this one, Shift D, drag it over right there, drag it over right there. Alright, let's go back to the timeline and see if that is done. Alright, so we still have a couple more to go. Just keep right clicking, Shift D, drag it over. Oh, this one isn't lined up right, so just drag it over. And Shift D, drag it over. Drag it over. Drag it over. And let's see if that's good. Alright, let's see, on the one that gets higher, what did I do? Okay, let's see. Alright, so it goes, on the higher one, it goes upside down. Okay, so... Okay, so here we need to line it up to the middle. So now we are going to press G and just line it up to where it's in the middle. Excuse me. Right about there. Now we want to press I, lock right, and right here we want it to be in the middle again. So go to the middle and click. No, I lock right. If there is a little bit of movement, which there is in between those, that's okay. And then here, let's just delete that keyframe to make it a lot easier. So go to Dope Sheet, and the very last keyframe, select it, and press X, delete keyframes. Now go back to the timeline, and right here we want to RY upside down. Wait, if we just do right click to cancel the movement, RY 180, that makes life easier. Okay, now we want to I lock right, and so right here we want to I lock right, and then what comes after that? So it goes. So we go back to upside up. RY1. No. Right click to cancel. RY180. And then we I lock right. Now every frame we're just going to RY. Just move it a little bit. I lock right, and next frame, RY, move it a little bit backwards, I lock right. Now what we're going to do is the same thing we did back there. I'm going to plug in my computer real quick. We are going to go back to the dope sheet. The dope sheet is our friend, remember that. Alright, so we have, let's see, here we have this, here we have this. So we're going to zoom in really far and right click, Shift D, move it to here, right click, Shift D, move it to here, right click, Shift D, here, and here, and right click, Shift D, and here. So let's see if that's about how we want it by going back to the timeline. Okay, where does that next note start? Oh no, it's a movie. That's okay. Okay, where does that next one start? Like here. Okay, how does it go at the end? Let's just exit out of this real quick.
It's 9 hours.
Oh yay, it's 9 hours. Oh, 900 actually, get it right, Mac. Okay, so... Okay, so we need to keep going a little bit because that just didn't look right at all. So keep copying and pasting. And drag it over. Drag it over. Drag it over. Let's see how that looks. Timeline. Okay, how do we fit a So this is supposed to go start here, basically. Okay. Alright, alright. Okay. So, dope sheet. It's supposed to start there. So basically, if we select, I don't know, say 3 of these and just X delete, X delete, X delete, then going from here to here. Alright, so now if we just press B and select all of those and move them back. Oh no. Oh boy. Are we gonna have to do this one at a time? Alright. This one I think would go like, ugh. Okay. This should work. Press B, select all of them, and just move them back. Why isn't that working? B, select all, left click them and move them back. Ugh. Okay. Select just both of those, maybe? Alright, remember they are 4 frames apart. 1, 2, 3, 4. So that one's on the 4th frame. So this one should go like right about like here. And this one should go 4 frames later. So like here. And then all of these just go every frame after that. Okay, now let's see how that looks. Ugh. Okay, is that at the right place? It's not. It needs to be like here. So it needs to start like here. On the 136th frame. Ugh. This is too much work. Dope sheet. 136th frame is where it needs to start. Okay. Well then, just start moving them back, I guess. We can adjust them later. And move you back. Move you back. Just remember where it needs to start. Let's actually grab the starting one right here and put it there. This might even be too many, I don't know. I wish there was a way to play it from the dope sheet. As far as my knowledge goes, I don't think there is, but there could be, I don't know. Okay, now these need to be 4 apart. So this one goes here, and this one goes 4 before that, right here. Now we need to copy that, and move it here, and copy this, and move it here. So now that starts there. Let's see what it looks like. So right here is where it needs to end, I think. Yeah. Let's end it there. So X delete. Delete. Alright. Now let's go back and do some more keyframes. Yay! Okay, so here it should be upside up. So R, Y, just move it to be upside up. Okay. So here is where it does the flip, right? So it goes dun dun dun. So right here is where the flip should start, yeah. Alright, so now we just go about 5 from here, so right there, and RY 180, and 5 from there, so right here, and oh wait, I didn't press I, dang it. RY 180, I lock right, RY 180, RY, nope, what am I doing? I lock right. And then, like, here, we need to RY 45? 90. Let's see, do we want it to be that way? Let me check real fast. Let's just save that. Okay, so it goes this way, which means we want the C to be up. Okay. And then we want to animate, instead of moving the camera, we want to move the text. So basically what we are going to do is right click the text, press tab, delete that part, press tab, copy that, move it over. You can, as you're moving it, you can middle click to select what axis you want to move it on, and copy that and move it over again. So now this one we want to tab, we want it to just say P, and this one we want to say MC. Tab. Now you can do this with animating the letters here instead of animating the camera, but it makes it a lot harder at this part, because if you didn't do this before you started animating and just select all of them by pressing B and just selecting them to do your animation, then when you come to this part, it's gonna screw up your whole animation, and this is gonna be the only thing that's moving. So basically, let's press 0 and drag it to where it's supposed to be. Wait, let's go to a frame like this one where it's level. P needs to be centered, and MC comes right after that. Is that about good? Needs to be closer, I think. Alright, that looks... this M needs to be slightly closer. That looks delicious, I think. Maybe a little bit further out with the M, just like, alright, right there. That's good. Okay, so now what we're gonna want to do is press 0 and go to just after the flip, right here. We want to press I, lock right. You can select them all to do that, but I'm too lazy at the moment. So now they are all location rotationed right there. So basically, right by here, we want... oh wait, let me just get out here. By here, we want MC to be over here, and TG to be over here. So basically now those move out, and we want the P to rotate as they move out, just like half a spin. See, if we look in here, so it's 180 degrees that it rotates. Alright, so we want to select it, and by, whoa, alright, whoa, what the heck, okay, so we want to select it, and by, press 0 here, by here, and let's go with here, we want to R, wait, what axis is that? Hang on. Right click to cancel the movement. RY 180. And we're going to want to move it to where it's centered again, I think. Now if we I lock right, Okay, that should look about right for our animation. So if we go to the beginning and hit play. Now if you want to render your animation, go down here, scroll down, press the 16 there, choose where you want it to go, so you can just hit this and hit desktop and hit accept. So now it'll go to users/damepark/desktop, and you don't want to choose PNG because that is a photo. You want to choose a video file. For me, since I'm using a Mac, I don't know any of the files that you would use for a Windows computer, so I think AVI works. But I'm gonna go to QuickTime and select MPEG-4. RGBA quality 100%. Audio, we don't want no audio because it has audio, so we want to do, I don't know the difference between these, I just choose that one and I go to 32-bit and 88.2 KHZ. I think that's like kilohertz, or I don't know. Don't judge me. So anyways, now that that's all done, you can go to render and render animation, and it'll render the whole thing right onto your desktop. So I will be right back when that is done. Alright, so now that that is done, we have the old one, I believe, and the new one, maybe? I don't know. Wait, let's bring both of them up side by side. And make it slightly smaller so that we can see both of them. Alright, let's put one on top of the other, or like this. This works, I guess. But let's drag that to be slightly smaller. Okay. Let's start it from the beginning. And this one. I think this one's the new one. You can tell because of the font, and this one's the old one. So, happy birthday! That's how you do it. Yay! And so, anyways, if you want to save this part where you can go back and edit it, go to File, Save As, and choose what you want to save it as, your title, and where you want to save it. But I don't want to save it because I pretty much already have it. And so yeah, that's pretty much how you do it. If you enjoyed, be sure to hit that like button and subscribe to my channel and subscribe to other people's channels because people are awesome. And yeah, I'll see you guys next time. Bye bye.